Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. In this video, I want to talk about the contract LeBron James just signed with Nike on December 7th, 2015, Pearl Harbor Day. He became the first athlete to sign a lifetime contract with a company. Of course, Nike is the mega corporation, very much focused on athletics and basketball shoes. We're going to break down this deal. There's a lot that's interesting here. Let's just begin with the mainstream coverage, courtesy of Bloomberg News. Here we go, Truth Seeker.
Steph, what can you tell us about Nike and LeBron James?
So Nike has just put out a statement. They are signing a lifetime deal, not a career deal, a lifetime deal with LeBron. We've never, ever seen this before. I'm just going to share a bit from the statement. We can confirm that we have agreed to a lifetime relationship with LeBron James that provides significant value to our business and shareholders. We've already built a strong LeBron business over the past 12 years, and we see the potential for this to continue and grow throughout his playing career and beyond. This is what's important, beyond. So what they're saying here is when LeBron James is done playing basketball, they will continue to sponsor him. I mean, I'm not saying people thought, man, LeBron was so great in Trainwreck, we're going to follow his Hollywood career. I guess one would compare it to Michael Jordan, right? The Michael Jordan brand, they're on to their 30th edition of Jordan sneakers. Russell Westbrook's the guy who wears them today. Michael is far removed from the game, but you can see Nike, who really created the power of sports brands, to see the value in that. And though they've never officially said that they have a lifetime relationship with Michael, clearly they've upped him year after year. This is the first time we've seen any kind of partnership like that. Big news in the sports world.
Steph,
This is the sports world.
Steph, is there any kind of monetary value placed on this right now?
If you were speaking to LeBron, he would say there is no value you can place on this. So I would say there isn't a number right now. LeBron doesn't have the number one selling shoe in the NBA. Steph Curry does. So when you follow shoe popularity and shoe sales, it's directly tied to whatever player is winning. The fact that Steph Curry and Golden State Warriors have a 22-0 record, that makes sense why he would be the number one guy out there. But it's Kevin Durant, who has the biggest shoe deal out there with over a $350 million shoe deal with Nike, and he really hasn't done much. But LeBron James, yes, he's a guy who wins, but he's become even much bigger than the game, almost like Michael Jordan has, which would attribute to why Nike would say, we're going to have a deal with this guy forever.
All right, good stuff. Thanks so much. Stephanie Rule joining us on the phone on Nike with a LeBron James lifetime deal.
All right, Truth Seeker. So there's the mainstream coverage. Notice that LeBron James is signing this contract 12 years after being with Nike. Realize that in numerology, 12 represents complete. Think about 12 months in a year, 12 inches in a foot. So perhaps the first 12 years of his career was a phase, and he's now completed that. He's now entering into something unprecedented. The first professional athlete to sign a lifetime deal, not even something Michael Jordan has done, who they talked at length about. Also notice this comes in the 44th year of Nike's existence. 44, a very important master number. The woman in the interview, if you were paying attention, closed out with the word forever, and she said it with some emphasis. Forever happens to be a word with 44 gematria, and while his contract isn't really forever, it is for the remainder of his life. Something interesting about Nike in Greek mythology, where the name comes from, Nike is the goddess of victory, and she is the daughter of Titan Pallas in Greek mythology. Titan Pallas happens to be a name with 44 gematria. It could be a coincidence. This goddess has to do with military. Greece was a major empire of its time, a militaristic empire. Military has this gematria of 44. Also, with regards to LeBron James in this contract, here's what really stands out, Truth Seeker. He signed it on Pearl Harbor Day, right? LeBron James signs this unprecedented contract on Pearl Harbor Day. If you're new here, I like to talk about gematria, this practice of coding numbers into words. The elites who rule over us, who control our government, who control the mega corporations that dominate our lives, such as Nike, they use this language of gematria. Let me show you something about LeBron James and Pearl Harbor. Notice that LeBron James in gematria sums to 114. He signs this contract on Pearl Harbor Day, which also has gematria of 114. Pearl Harbor also shares the gematria of World War. In history, the United States entered World War I on December 7th, 1917, Pearl Harbor Day. That's World War I. In World War II, the bombing of Pearl Harbor on December 7th got the United States involved in World War II. Both of these world wars the United States entered into were centered around December 7th. And now here's LeBron James, a man with a name connected to World War and Pearl Harbor, signing an unprecedented contract on this same date, also at a time where the nations of the world seem to be approaching a third world war. The negative outcome of World War II was the Holocaust, as we're taught in the history books, also sharing this gematria of 114. Again, in the nation's history, we entered the First World War, December 7th, 1917. World War II, December 7th, 1941. In the nation's history, which has very much been a militaristic empire, the first state was established December 7th, 1878. And then, of course, this year, LeBron with a lifetime contract. Also, we just talked about how 44 connects to military. It's Nike's 44th year of existence. Last year, the Cavs were in their 44th year of existence, the year LeBron returned to Cleveland. The nickname King James has a gematria of 44. In Game 1 of the NBA Finals, I was laughing because I was well aware of this language of gematria when in cleanup time, LeBron James scored his 44th point. And even though the game was long over, the announcer went ballistic. LeBron James, 44 points! When there was no reason for there to be any excitement. The game was over. The reason why is because these numbers are important, the sports games are scripted, and the announcer, they're in on it. They know they're supposed to get all excited at 44. This is a special number. So, also comical about this signing, the day after the signing, the next game the Cavs had was against the Portland Trail Blazers, who are from Oregon, where Nike, the corporation, is headquartered. Oregon is the 33rd state. The company was founded by Phil Knight, a name with 33 gematria. Cleveland is the only city in the NBA with 33 gematria. Oregon, the 33rd state. Cleveland, the only 33 city. And if you look up Phil Knight, he went to Cleveland High School in Portland, Oregon, at least supposedly. They say LeBron's lifetime deal is worth $500 million, $500 million. What's interesting about the gematria of this figure is $500 million has a gematria of 137. 137 is the 33rd prime number. It was Darren Rovell, the ESPN news sports analyst, who broke the news. Check out the gematria of Darren Rovell. A lot of these people in pro sports, in the media, who break news have these 33 names. The reason is because this number is of great importance to the Masons. It's of great importance to the Zionists. This is who runs the networks. This is how they code their agents. And there's a lot of them on TV. Darren Rovell, in simple English gematria, also sums to 144, a number very much connected to 44, which he emphasizes in his post. He makes a point that Nike's in their 44th year of existence, as if that matters to the deal. And it does. It's just the average sports fan doesn't pick up on it because they don't know the significance of these numbers. I was just talking about 33 between Cleveland and Oregon. The game after he signed the deal was Cavs versus Blazers. Look at the high scorers for the game. Damian Lillard for the Blazers scored 33 points. LeBron scored 33. Do you think it's a coincidence? It is not. These games are scripted. The athletes' finishing stats are often scripted. This was a significant game. This was a significant tribute. This was all lined up with the contract, which was probably planned out long in advance. What I am revealing, these people are well aware of. I'm just showing you how they do it through their eyes. What I'm taking you back to here, Truth Seeker, is last season. I want to review how I predicted the NBA Finals months before they happened.